Quite a ride, and I'm grateful that you're all in it with me. Yeah, as Carol said earlier, I'll be celebrating my 25th year with a new album that was actually launched at midnight last night. It's called Tower Sessions Live, out under Sony Music Philippines, and we're also going to have a concert on March 11 at 1 to 3 o'clock. And I'm so happy that G and N had this amazing idea of bringing back my former band, Hungry Young Poets and Barbie to play during the night. So I'm so excited for that. And we'll also have some amazing artists that I personally love playing at the so sessions. I'm sure many of you are familiar with Tower Sessions, the show. And it's always been a pleasure, a joy for us every time we get invited to perform there. Kasi basta sobrang spoiled yung mga musicians pag tumugtog doon kasi ganda ng tunog, ganda ng production. So, yeah, it was really an honor for us to get invited again. We recorded this sometime in 2021. And actually that night, we were supposed to just do a gig with them. Hindi siya namin naisip na magiging album siya. So we just made a set list for the night, for the show. Which I think is a blessing kasi sometimes when you're thinking, there's so much pressure when you're thinking na gagawa ka ng album tonight. So, I think it was great that we didn't know that we were making an album. We thought we were just doing a gig. But after the event, when we were having dinner, pinapakinggan namin yung playback. And then, natuwa kami sa how it was recorded and how it sounded. So, you know, we had some talks with the Tower team, and then they said nga na, yun nga, nag-decide kami na to make it to an album na. Tsaka, yun nga, it just so happened that we put all the favorite songs in there, the Baby of Barbie, and we also had a recording of Firewoman with them. So it was great that we were able to have live versions of these songs. Yeah. Team with me, you know, the musicians that I get to play with and write music with and produce with always parang keep me growing also as an artist. So parang hindi palagi pareho, but I'm always like learning from them. And also, you know, having a team like of, you know, yung manager namin, and also the people that we work with, great label like Sony Music na nandun pa rin yung support. Yeah, so it's, yeah, I guess you just have to keep on growing, and at the same time, I know I can't do it all by myself. So I'm grateful that I have great relationships with, you know, collaborators and people who inspire me, who have I've had the honor of, you know, working with. So.
One more question, this might be difficult.
Which is our carrier single natin for this album. Because it's one of the newer songs that we made, and I wrote that song with my husband, Martin. And yeah, it's a song based on Matthew 6:33. It's something like a verse that was very personal to us. Especially during the tough last couple of years that we went through, uncertain times, diba? But we were really just holding on to our faith in God, and you know, trusting that, you know, He was still in control, that He had a good plan. So yun yung song is about that, about Matthew 6:33, and it also features this unique instrument that I've had that you know, the joy to play na binigay sa akin ni Mr. Joey Ayala. It's the kuglong. And so, ayun nga, sobrang exciting sa amin to perform and record that song. So, thank you. That I am, hindi ako masyadong nagpa-plan ng future. Hindi ko masyado, well, it might also have been because when I grew up in Ron City, you know, I was born into a family of musicians. So, laging ni lola ko nagpa-piano, yung mom ko nag-guitar, laging may music sa bahay. Pero nung time na yun, wala talagang music scene sa amin, walang music industry sa Rojas City during the time. So hindi ko siya inisip na pwede siya maging, you know, work, pwede siya maging, you know, I thought that, you know, because everybody around me during the time, when they grow up, nasa office na sila. Kaya dati dinidread ko na, ano na lang, high school na ako, parang malapit na. Parang hindi ko na-imagine sa sarili ko na, yun nga, biglang nasa office na. Parang I just couldn't, but everybody did that, right? So, yeah, so that's why everything that happened to me, musically speaking, like being here and having, you know, 25 years later, having all these songs, is a surprise to me kasi hindi ko siya talaga plinan. Parang all I knew was I love music, I play guitar every day since 11 years old. Nagsusulat ako ng songs, pero hindi ko siya plinano na magiging ganito or ganyan. Kaya wala talaga ako masyadong maraming mga bucket list dati na sana ito, ganyan. Parang yun nga, it's always a big surprise to me. And so I'm so grateful for all the blessings, all the, you know, the gigs that we've gotten to play, all the music we've made together, the collaborations. So, yeah, and siguro kung meron man akong dream lang at bucket list, katulad pa rin ng dati, is that I just can continue making music. And just, you know, playing, writing songs. Kasi yun lang din talaga yung pinaka-na-enjoy ko. Of course, when you enter the music industry, suddenly meron ng, parang may pressure na, di ba? Parang kailangan may maabot ka na success, or kung may maabot ka naman, parang kailangan masustain mo, di ba mga ganon? So, I really did feel that pressure through the years, and like you said, it's up and down, because it's really not the same. Not every song that you put out will have the same, will be received the same way, right? So, I guess what helps me was, again, going back to that original reason why I started writing music, which is for the joy of it. So, it doesn't matter kung marami or kung ano yung pagtanggap, you know what I mean? But of course, I'm always grateful, but yeah, what keeps me going is really just the pure joy of you know, of writing songs. But I also couldn't have done it without the help of people encouraging me. Like my husband, si Martin, he's not here right now, but around a couple of years ago, nagkaroon ako ng parang may season lang na hindi ako makasulat ng songs. Parang siguro nagsawa na rin ako siguro sa style. You know what I mean? I just needed some inspiration, something new, right? So I tried to write for a couple of years, but nothing that I was writing came out right. So yeah, he did help me get me back on my feet with regard to writing. He started writing songs together, and a lot of the songs actually that you hear in this album, Tower Sessions Live, is a collaboration between my husband Martin and myself. So ayun. I hope that answers your question. So a lot of help from my friends and love for music, and of course, you know, always just counting and trusting in God's plan. For me, honestly, ilang beses na ako na, God, baka tapos na. God, baka iba na yung papagawa mo sa akin. But for me, it's just a daily thing, you know, asking Him to guide me. And, I know, I'm just thankful na, you know, we still get to do it. So, praise God for that.
Thank you, guys.
Really, like, you know, the best bands for us during that time. And then, one amazing day, we found out that, so I was studying in college at that time. We found out that Sugar Hiccup was playing in our school. So we had a school fair, so sobrang excited kami. Napunta kami lahat sa gig ng Sugar Hiccup kasi first time. Kasi syempre wala pang YouTube noon eh, di ba? So talagang all you have you know, of your artist, of your favorite artist is just the tape. And then your imagination. That's it. Walang YouTube, walang Instagram. Parang I'm so excited to finally get to see them in person, finally get to maybe, you know, be up close to them. So yun, so we went to the school fair and there are other bands playing. Din muna kami sa likod, na may malayo kasi open field kasi siya. So finally, in-announce na nila, you know, Sugar Hiccup! You know, so biglang tumakbo kami sa front. Talagang nakisiksikan kami para doon kami sa harap na harap. And then biglang nag-set up na sila. Tapos biglang sinabi sa microphone, hello everyone, we are Sugar Hiccup. We just like to announce that our lead singer, Melody, already left. And she migrated to the States. So, but then of course she still stayed and watched the show kasi she still loved their songs. Pero talagang grabe, that was the night that we were gonna see Sugar Hiccup and she had just left. So talagang nag-gana kami, nagsalisi. So, but yan, sobrang fan ako ni Melody. But over the years, like I mean, a couple of years later, I finally got to meet her. We had a gig in the States where she was based na nga, and we got to play the same venue. Pero sinabi ko na sa kanina, sobrang fan mo ako. I missed you by, you know, like just a couple of weeks maybe. But then, ayun. And then, yeah, a couple of months ago, nag-usap lang kami online, and she invited, it was her idea, so sobrang honored ako na she invited me to be part of this song that she was writing. So we ended up writing the song together and making a song. So, ayun na, sobrang excited ako to share with you guys. The song is called Catch Me, and it'll be out on March 1. So, this is my collaboration with Melody, Del Mundo of Sugar Hiccup. Professional musician, or you can be a musician at home, but in itself, you know, being able to play, being able to listen to music, being able to write is really a great source of joy. Sobrang, for me, euphoric yung feeling na nakakatapos ka ng song. Talagang you know, masaya talaga siya, hindi nawawala yung saya pag nakakagawa ka ng music. So, you know, I think that should be intact first and foremost, you know, that you're really enjoying, you know, just the process itself. And then at the same time, have a great team. You can't do it on your own, so you know, go get out there and collaborate with people. It's you know, more than I mean, aside from the music, it's what's most important is the relationships that we share as well. You know, we're on this journey together. Yun talaga, it's about work. You know, sometimes, minsan may right place, right time, minsan masaselebrate yung ginagawa, minsan hindi. But, you know, just gotta keep on going and, you know, keep finding that the joy nga in your work. Basta happy ka sa ginagawa, proud ka sa ginagawa mo. Stuff, di ba? And, ayun nga, continue being a music fan. We all started, every musician here started out as a music fan. But sometimes pag nagiging trabaho mo na, parang minsan ayaw mo na makinig ng bago, hindi ka na, pero hindi yun eh. When you stop being a music fan, then you'll stop, you know, finding new inspiration. So you really have to, you know, continue being a fan, continue learning. And yeah. About Victory Worship, which is a worship band from the church that I go to. And yung Dilim, I was part of the recording. Actually, kami ni Jonard, my drummer, is also part of Victory Worship. But I wasn't part of the songwriters for that particular song. Pero I've written na rin. Sobrang dami kasi namin songwriters sa Victory Worship. Siguro, hindi ko alam kung 50 kami. Pero minsan when we write songs, siguro minimum of 3 people, like 3 to 5 people would write a song together. So there have been some songs that I've gotten to write. But doon naman kasi even if minsan kung hindi ka nagsulat ng song, you can still be part of the performance of the song. So that's what we did with Lilin. Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay, we actually, hindi ko lang po masabi, but we have some in the works. We're still also doing other collaborations na soon I will share pag ready na. Pero marami kasing mga, hindi ko kasi alam kasi minsan pag sobrang fan ka ng tao, minsan nakakaano rin, di ba? Intimidate, hindi naman intimidate, pero di ba parang nahihiya ka rin, parang minsan gusto mong makinig ka na lang sa kanila. But siguro mention ko na lang, kung hindi man collab, mention ko na yung mga some of the new artists that I really look up to nowadays. Like some of my favorites are, well, si Zilt. Kasi who is, sige, sabihin ko na nga, inaanak ko siya. Pero sobrang proud ako sa kanya. But yeah, si Zilt. Si Anna Maureen is also someone I really admire. Si Clara Benin, who will be playing on March 11 during the concert. I really look up to her. I belong to the Zoo. Sobrang fan din ako ni RG and his band. Muni Muni. And of course, dami pa, sobrang ang spoiled natin ngayon eh, dami magagandang music na lumalabas ngayon. So it's such a wonderful time to be an OPM fan nowadays. So, thank you. Concert called Firewoman on March 11 at 123 Block, brought to you 2 p.m. It starts early because it's gonna be a whole day celebration. We have Bird playing, Kai Manasan. We have Clara Benin, I belong to the Zoo. We have Gab of Urban Love and Sandwich playing with us along with my band's, this band here with these guys. And Hungry Poets and Barbie's Cradle. So we want to invite all of you. It's brought to you by Gabina Naman Productions. So thank you all. All the details, the tickets, and all those things are on our socials. So it's Barbie Almalbis on Facebook.
And the album also, maybe?
Yes, and of course, thank you so much to Sony Music for putting the show, this event together for the launch of our latest album, Tower Sessions Live. And we also want to thank our friends at Tower 2 for recording with us. So, thank you so much.